Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, I'm going to call this segment Designing Women. You're going to meet the driving forces behind a woman-owned construction company. Their incredible journey is just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
So I'm going to begin with a shout out to my beautiful bride, Victoria Snee. She has an eye for beauty. And when we moved into our home some 8 years ago, she looked at every single room and she says each one of these rooms is changing. And over the course of 7 years, she's just built a masterpiece. And so I have so much respect for the people who have an eye for design, because I don't. I mean, I can see a room that needs changing, but I wouldn't have the first idea how to change it. That's why I invited my next 2 guests on the show, Yelitza and Alejandra Mora. They are with BuildTX Solutions. Thanks for coming on the show, ladies.
Well, thank you for having us here.
Yes. Well, you have an incredible journey. You started this company in 2018. So how did it start? Tell us about the early days.
Okay, so that was an interesting story because I actually wanted to be an investor.
Okay.
And so when I wanted to start investing in houses and flipping and fixing them, I couldn't find good, reliable people. And so I was just like, you don't say that you're a new sales car person or a contractor.
Yes.
And so I was like, hey, I just met with the girls. One is Daniela and Alejandra. And I was like, I think there is an opportunity for us to bring something amazing to the marketplace. I know we're women. I know that's not normal here, but I think that we can add so much value to people like us. Homeowners that want reliability, that want a beautiful eye for design, and that just want people to be there to complete what they start and just to add value to what they want as a homeowner wanting to remodel the house.
Yes.
And so we launched a business. Danielle is a civil engineer. My sister Alejandra, she's an interior designer, and I'm the CEO. And since that, I mean, we've grown 100% basically year over year, which is crazy. And now we're getting ready to expand nationally.
Absolutely. And while COVID was a horrible thing that haunted the planet, and I guess still continues to haunt the planet, during COVID, everybody's at home and they're kind of looking at that ugly kitchen and they're saying it could be so much better. So Alejandra, your business actually grew during COVID.
Yes, it actually did. We experienced a tremendous amount of growth. We did great during that whole year. It was completely unexpected as we were going through such tough times. But yeah, the 3 businesses, the investment, the construction, and the interior design, experienced that amazing growth, and it was just a huge blessing for all of us.
We're going to pull up the website because you guys do have an incredible vision. You can go into a home and say, okay, this is what we would do with this room. This is what we would do with this room. And that's a gift. And as we scroll down the website, tell us, have you always had an eye for design, the 2 of you?
Yes, absolutely. And one of the things that we really like about what we do is, well, number one, people get to live in a house that they enjoy, that they're proud of, that they love, and that they want to invite people over. And number 2, we not only make beautiful things, we add value through it. So most homeowners don't know that they could, force appreciation by doing this type of remodels. And at the end of the day, they would build equity that way. And so it's just like a win-win. You get a beautiful house, but you also have an amazing investment on the back end.
Yes. We grabbed a reel from your Facebook page, and I'm going to put this up on the screen and have Alejandro describe what we're looking at.
Yeah, so basically this is a very transitional house. For this one, we were focusing on an open concept design where we incorporated lots of warm tones from the wood. The iron metal doors were also a huge part here. Very brassy light fixtures, the organic look from the tiles. It all complements and pulls the whole design together.
Yes, and it impresses me that you're designing homes that you can have for a long time.
Exactly.
Every decade there's a new style. The 70s homes and the 80s homes have a look to it, but it looks like the homes that you're designing really could stand the test of time.
Yes.
So, talk about the grit and discipline, because one thing we didn't mention is that you guys were competitive roller
Sit skater did.
speed skaters. And how long did you guys do that together?
Oh my God, we did that for about 20 years. And so I started it when I was 5, maybe 6 years old, and Alejandra was 4. And so we've done everything together since we were little.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I imagine that the discipline that it takes to become a competitive roller skater really pays dividends in your current role, isn't it?
Yes, and that's something that I always like to tell parents. I don't have kids, but I love when parents get their kids in these sports, because it builds discipline, it builds character, and you go through so many hard times to get to a specific goal, and when you take that and you translate that into your adulthood life, it's something that it's going to set you apart from the rest of the world, basically, because you bring that with you.
Absolutely. And you have already made the Inc. 5000 list, which is incredible. Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
Were there some naysayers early on when you started this thing? Were people saying, oh, no, you can't do this?
Yes, absolutely. And people wouldn't believe that we were the owners of the company. Every time we would show up at a house and they were like, okay, we're here to talk about the project and measure and whatnot. They're like, oh, yeah, you guys sales? We're the owners, like they're waiting for the big guy with the long beard. And I'm like, it's us,
That's
backpack. And it's like, no, it's just girls. And so, but we keep pushing through. And at the end of the day, we have a beautiful product and we care.
Yes.
And as long as, if you care, and if you always want to improve and do better, like you did here in the show,
Thank you.
it's gonna show. It's the results will come.
Yes.
And so it doesn't matter if people believe in you or not, as long as you believe in yourself and you continue to do the right thing for your clients, you're gonna be fine.
Okay, we're going to show the projects page from your website, and as we scroll down, I'll have Alejandro kind of narrate. So as we scroll down, tell us what images we're looking at.
So that was that first one was that was actually our very first full home remodel. We try to do it like very organic with neutral colors. It was kind of challenging because we were in a pretty specific, very tight budget. But I think we managed to bring up the best of it.
Absolutely. And as we scroll down, what are some other?
Those are, new construction, a few of them. But if you can see like the common denominator, it's going to be like the very organic vibe where we try to incorporate different elements, metal mixings. We try to keep it very warm and neutral. I love the green color. I think that like sagey greens combined with like the dark tones on the countertops are also usually going to give you a nice contrast.
Yes.
So yeah, that's where you're going to find throughout our page.
Well, and it's amazing how just using different colors and textures can change a feeling. When we first moved into our home 7 years ago, it was a lot of darkness in the home, just a lot of wood, and my wife said, I want this to be bright and modern,
airy.
So yes, so and one of the things that we talked about before the show is that it's not just pretty, it's functional. It's a place that you can truly call home. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to refer back to Alejandra, which is the designer, and that's something that she's a designer, but she's a mom. And so she gets to live the houses, and it's not only about beauty and aesthetics, it has to be functional. So maybe you can share a little bit about how you go about that when you design.
Yeah, to me, it's completely important to, when I have my first meeting with the client, I get to hear what their expectations are, what their budget is, and what they really are looking for. And then I try to just bring all my ideas together. I collaborate very closely with them, and then just make sure that all the designs are going to be tying together that budget, the functionality, but also the aesthetics.
Yes. What's it like when you get to show the homeowner their new kitchen or their new bathroom? What does that feel like?
It's very amazing to see like the excitement and the, I'm so glad we went with this. I'm so happy we hired you guys. And then it's just like they're so proud.
Yes.
I'm going to invite my friends and I'm going to cook in this kitchen. It's just like something that they just don't believe that
Yes.
it's their home. It's
And
an unbelievable feeling.
let's talk about like on time and on budget, because I think a lot of people are fearful. Okay, I'm going to come in and the project will be bid for such and such, but then there'll be a surprise bill at the end. Talk about integrity and transparency when you're working with a family for the first time. You say this is the cost of the project, and are there any surprises at the end? Or tell me about that experience.
Yeah, so it depends. I always tell people everyone comes in with a budget, and based on that budget, then we're gonna create a game plan that it's going to get them what they want. If we're talking about a renovation where you're gonna get a house that it's a little bit older and then you need fixing and whatnot,
Yes.
the surprises that we're going to find are, well, maybe the contingencies. Maybe the pipe is rotten, and so we have to,
Right.
we have to replace the plumbing lines, or maybe the subfloors if we're gonna remodel the house, frame new stuff.
Yes.
Maybe the subfloors is rotten, and so those are the things that when I say we're gonna run into some contingencies and issues, that's that. But when you work with a company that it's honest, that understands the process, that understands the numbers, that understands the investment side of things, like, because I'm always like, okay, if you're gonna put 200 grand in this house, or 300 or 400, but then you're gonna be upside down on your investment because you're not gonna recoup the money, I'm gonna feel awful.
Right.
And so when we guide them through, okay, this is your budget, this is what the market can support, this is the dream house that you want, and this is what we can do,
Yes.
it's a easy conversation. I don't go in low to get the client. I go in with honesty and be like, this is it. You will pay for it. It's at the end of the day, that's how much it's going to cost because we understand the numbers.
And it can be a very wise investment if you're doing the right rooms. I know that a deal breaker for most realtors as they're showing off a home is the kitchen. I mean, if the kitchen is outdated, many people just really can't see past the Brady Bunch design. So, Alejandra, talk a little bit about how don't look at it as an expense. It's really an investment in a home.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think, especially like the main areas, that's where I try to focus on when I'm meeting with my clients. I'm like, yeah, definitely the kitchen, your main bathroom is going to be another huge, and that's where we get the most clients for, like usually kitchen and primary, like living areas. And then, yes, I see I actually have a very interesting stories. Like we got contacted by a homeowner that bought a house that we built like 4 years ago. And when I come home, I come to her house to meet her and to see what are the expectations. She's like, well, I want to tell you something. It's like at the moment I walked the house with my realtor, and as soon as I saw that kitchen, I'm like, I'm putting an offer right here, right there. I don't know how, but I'm getting this kitchen. We had only like 4 years ago, we did just a kitchen for them. And then they recontacted us again just to do the whole house. And it was just, it's very, I feel very grateful that it means a lot for us.
Outstanding. We've only got a couple minutes left, so we'll start with you, Yelitza. Talk to the viewer who's been putting off that project. They know they need to spend a little bit money on their home. Talk to that person who's just kind of sticking a toe in the water right now.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say to you is this. Most people wait to fix their houses to sell it. I would say you need to talk to someone that it's going to help you fix your house, design, build it, get it beautiful so you can enjoy it. And then when you're ready to sell it, then you can get the top dollar. Find people that are reliable, that they understand the process, that they have the teams associated, the technology, that they can communicate daily information, and then they're just not there because they want the job up there. They're there because they want to take care of you. It could be stressful at times, but if you have the right team in place, if you have the right people that can execute on the promise that they have, it is an amazing experience because you are going to get to live in the house of your dreams.
Okay, Alejandra, we're going to give you the final word. What would you like to leave people with?
I would like to say that, I mean, as long as you can build something or you can collaborate with people that know what they're doing, that are actually putting up an effort to create beautiful dreams or bring them into reality, I think like that's the best that you can get out of it as me, for example, as a mom, that's what can get out of it.
Outstanding. Well, ladies, thanks for sharing your heart and your wisdom with us and your eye for design. We're going to end with their website, which is BuildTX-Solutions.com.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.
Pickleball.